हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. I am JVN Dr. Anamika Aherwal, Associate Professor in the Department of Science and Technology at Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to take the lecture on the subject name Introduction to Data Science, and the session name is Linear Regression. Now these are the topics which I have covered in this lecture. First is what is linear regression. Many names of linear regressions. Isn't linear regression from statistics? Linear regression model representation. Linear regression learning the model. Techniques to prepare a linear regression model. Preparing data for linear regression. Now come to what is linear regression. Linear regression is one of the most well-known and well-understood algorithms in statistics and machine learning. Right? So it is a kind of linear model, and like a model that assumes a linear relationship between the input variables x and the single output variable y. Means x as the input and y is the output. So these all are the single variables. So we can say it as a linear relationship, right? So more specifically, that y can be calculated from a linear combination of the input variable. Okay. So many names of linear regressions are when there is a single input variable x. So the method is referred to as simple linear regression. When there are multiple input variables, literature from statistics often referred to the method as multiple linear regression. Okay. So if there is one input, then we call this a simple linear regression. Multiple input means multiple input variables. Okay. So multiple linear regression. Okay. So there are different techniques which can be used to prepare or train the linear regression equation from data. The most common of which is called ordinary least squares. It is common to therefore refer to model prepared this way as ordinary least squares, linear regression, or just least square regression. Right. So of course there is a question that why linear regression is part of statistics as well as machine learning. Okay. Because the other title known as linear regression, algorithms of representation and inference used to construct a model of linear regression. And so how best to plan the data using linear regression model. So to grasp linear regression, you don't need to learn any statistics or linear algebra. Okay, so it is a gentle, you can say, high level introduction to the technique to give you enough experience to be able to make successful use it for your own problems, right? So discover how machine learning algorithm work in my latest K-neighbor, nearest neighborhood decision tree, naive Bayes, SVM, these all techniques. है ना? So in this we are using linear regression. Okay, so the next you can see in this diagram there are many names of linear regression which can be called as stack generalization, blended, boosted regression, like many other things that will come to the through neural network regularization, and it will in the machine learning. Okay, so there are many names so that we can know of the linear regression, in which linear regression is basically used. Now the question comes is, isn't linear regression from statistics? Okay, so in machine learning, more specifically the field of predictive modeling. Predictive means before you can predict, you people predict anything. Like there is a type of prediction ki okay, today is very hot, okay, it might be possible tomorrow is more hotter than today. Like, so these all are the predictions. Okay, so predictive modeling, it is the primary concern with minimizing the error of a model or making the most accurate predictions possible, so at the expense of explainability, right? So in applied machines learning, we will borrow, reuse and steal algorithms from many different fields, including statistics, and use them towards these ends, right? So as such, linear regression was developed in the field of statistics, of course, and it is studied as a model of understanding the relationship. Okay, so basically the relationship is important because there are variables we are using like x or y, single variable or multiple variables as per your requirement. So relationship between input and output numerical variables, but has been borrowed by machine learning, right? So it is both a statistical algorithm and a machine learning algorithm. Now come to linear regression model representation. Linear representation regression is of course an attractive model because it is so simple to represent. The representation is a linear equation that combines a specific set of input values, that is x you can say, with the solution for which the output for that set of input values, that is y, is predicted. Okay, means what I am trying to say is x you input and after that it will predict and then we'll get the y, that is called predicted. Okay, so as such both input values x and output values are numeric. So the linear equation assigns of course a scalar factor of each value of column, that is called coefficient. You know coefficient, I think, by represented the capital Greek word beta. Okay, so one additional coefficient is also added, which is giving the line an additional degree of freedom. And like example, moving up and down on a two-dimensional plot. Okay, so and it is often called the intercept or a bias coefficient. Okay, so when we input in this one single factor, we call it as a coefficient like beta. If we are talking about the two-dimensional plot, or one additional coefficient should be added, so that coefficient is called it as an intercept or the bias coefficient. Like for an example, in the simple regression problem, a single x and single y, the form of model would be this: y equals to beta 0 plus beta 1 multiplied by x. Now linear regression learning the model. Learning a linear regression model means estimating the values of the coefficients used in the representation with the data that we have available. Okay. Now these are the techniques to prepare a linear regression model. There are basically 4 techniques. Of course there are a lot many techniques because the model is so well suited. Okay, so take the note of ordinary less squares because it is the most common method used in general. So take note of gradient descended, and it is the most common technique taught in machine learning classes. So these 4 basically the techniques are: first is a simple linear regression. In simple linear regression, with simple if we have a single input, okay, so we can use statistics to estimate the coefficients. This requires you to collect statistical properties from data such as mean, standard deviations, correlations and covariance. So all data must be made available for the purpose of crossing and calculating statistics, right? So the second is ordinary least square. In this, if we have more than one input, in the previous one we have only single input in first technique, simple linear regression, but in this ordinary least squares में in this we can use ordinary lowest squares to estimate the coefficient values. So the ordinary least squares procedure seeks to minimize the sum of the squared residues. That means given the regression line through the data, we calculate the distance from each data point to the regression line, square it and sum all the squared errors together. Like if we want to calculate the distance between 2 points, then what we did is x2 minus x1. Okay, fine. That means if we calculate the standard deviation, if we calculate the mean, that means x1 plus x2 divided by 2. Okay, so for the calculation of median, we have to square the x2 and x1. Okay, then we get the value of median. So same here, and this approach basically treats the data as a matrix and uses linear algebra operations to estimate the optimum coefficient values. Okay, so this means that all the data must be available and you must have enough memory to fit the data and perform the matrix operation, right? So it is unusual to perform the ordinary least squares procedure yourself unless it is done as a linear algebra exercise. Okay, so it's more likely you give to call a procedure into a linear algebra library. This procedure is very quick to calculate. Now the third technique is gradient descent. In this technique, when one or more inputs are available, you can use the process of optimizing coefficient value by iteratively minimizing the model error on your training data. This operation is called gradient descent, starting from random values for each coefficient. The sum of square errors is calculated for each pair of input and output values. Okay, so the learning rate, of course, is used as scale factor, and the coefficients are updated in order to minimize the error. So the process is repeatedly until a minimum amount of square error is achieved or no further improvement is possible. Okay, so when using this method, you must select the learning rate, that is called alpha parameter. Then will determine the size of the improvement steps to be taken for each iteration of the procedure. So you can say gradient descent is often taught using a linear regression model because it is relatively easy to understand. In practice, you can say it is useful when you may you have a very large data set in either the transfer or of rows or the number of columns that may be or may not they may not be fit into your memory. Now the last technique is the regularization. There are extensions to be training of a linear model, that is called a regularization methods. Both aim to minimize the sum of the square error of the model on the training data using ordinary least squares, but also to reduce the complexity of the model, such as the number of absolute size of the sum of all coefficients in the model. Okay, so the common examples of regularization procedure for linear regression are Lascaux regression, ridge regression. Okay, in Lascaux regression, where ordinary least squares are modified to minimize the absolute sum of the coefficients, that is called Li regularization as well, and ridge regularization, in which where the ordinary least squares are modified to minimize and squared absolute sum of the coefficients, we call it as a 1.2 regularization, right? So basically these methods are effective to use when there is a collinearity in your input value and the ordinary least square would override the training data, right? So uh, now comes to the next slide, preparing data for linear regression. Linear regression has been studied extensively and there is a lot of literature on how your data needs to be structured to make the most of the models. So as such, there is a lot of sophistication in talking about these requirements and expectations that can be intimidating, or of course in practice these rules can be used more as thumb rules when using ordinary less squares regression and need squares. Okay, so linear regression, I mean regression, the most common linear regression implementation which we try to using these heuristic to prepare the data differently and see what works the best your problem. Okay, so first one you can say is linear assumption. In this assumption, first linear regression assumes that the relationship between your input and output is linear. Okay, so you have to assume it. It does not support anything else. This may be obvious, but it is of course good to remember when you have a lot of attributes. You may need to transfer from data to make the relationship linear. So you can say, you can write in the example log transform for an exponential relationship. Now the second thing is remove noise. First assume linear assumption, and second is remove noise. In this, linear regression assumes that your input and output variables are not noisy. So you have to first remove the noise, right? So consider consider using data cleaning operations. Data cleaning, as I already discussed in my previous videos. Okay, so let's watch again if you feel that you required to know about data cleaning. So this consider using data cleaning operations that yet you better expose and clarify the signals in your data. The next is most important for the output variables, and you want to remove outliers in the output variable. Why, if possible? So the next is removing cardinality. In this, linear regression will overfit your data when you have highly correlated input variables. Consider calculating pairwise correlation for your input data and removing the most correlated Gaussian distribution. In this, linear regression will make more reliable prediction if your input and output variables have a Gaussian distribution. You may get some benefit using transform like log or Box-Cox on your variables to make they contribute their distributions more Gaussian looking. So the last step is the rescale inputs. So in this linear regression, this will often make more reliable predictions if you scale input variables using standardized or normalization, right? So this is all about linear regression. This is a question for the practice. Which algorithms are best to use for spam filtering? How should they be implemented? Thank you. This session powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.